with Variety, and we're joined by Daniel Lanois. Welcome.
Yeah, very nice to see you here.
You're coming here with Here Is What Is. It's a film. It's also a record. Which came first, the idea of the film or the record?
Well, we wanted to start recording a record, and my friend Adam Samuels said, why don't we film this? Because there's no footage of you doing your thing in the studio, and wouldn't it be great if we captured some magic moments with the lens? I said, okay. And I invited a guy from my hometown, a guy named Adam Volek. We visited 5 cities, all the way from Toronto to Fez, Morocco. We found ourselves in Shreveport, Louisiana, because the drummer I work with, Brian Blade, his father has a Baptist church in Louisiana in Shreveport. And so we sat in with the band for a week, and we got a really special moment of his father singing a roaring rendition of This May Be the Last Time.
And it starts very much a singer-songwriter record, the way the songs are constructed, and you go into gospel. You go into a little bit of the neoclassical works you've done with, say, Harold Budd and Brian Eno, and then just that pedal steel solo.
Yeah.
It really shows a lot of your different sides. How much of that becomes sort of a soundtrack, or is that sort of just the way you were living life at that time?
It follows the course of the year, so it's pretty much as the journey took us. I invited a great friend of mine from Canada, a great piano player named Garth Hudson.
From the band.
And he was on the first session, and so we thought, well, let's start with chronology, and so he opens the film. And it's a lovely bit of filming of his hands skating across the piano, and it's really beautiful because we did not cut to a second or a third camera. It's very much the feeling of being right up close, looking at Garth doing his thing. The close-up of the hands became a theme throughout the entire film. So when I'm playing my pedal steel guitar later in the film, you get to see the actual workings of the fingers on the steel and how I move my feet. And so we decided that studying the macro details of someone's expertise on an instrument was fascinating enough to have featured.
That's cool. You're having a conversation where they talk about wanting to make something of beauty that comes out of nothing, and there's a conversation about Beethoven.
Well, that's a conversation. It's a sit-down with Brian Eno. We were in Fez, Morocco, working on the new U2 record, and Brian's a philosophical man.
Yes.
So I took advantage of that, and I said, Brian, I want to make a film about the center of the art, what actually drives an artist to do their thing. And then he went off into a great thing, which it's the ultimate punk statement. He says, well, the center and the beginning belongs to anybody. The tiniest seed in the right environment can grow to a beautiful forest. And I was actually touched by it myself, and on viewing it back, and I decided that it would be the instigator of the film and the philosophy that we should operate by.
He's also been a major proponent of delivering music in higher quality than most people are purchasing it. And I've noticed as you've started your label, you've also gone for real high bit rate and for real higher quality.
Well, when Adam Samuels suggested we should build a site to make my music available via digital downloading, we decided that the rare commodity was a full fidelity WAV file. So we're at the forefront of this. It's called redfloorrecords.com, and we're very proud of stepping into the future. And so we're using these lovely opportunities like South by Southwest to spread the gospel, let the word be heard, and make it so that people understand that the film is out there and available, and it's going to be turning up in the video stores. And it can also be had through redfloorrecords.com.
Well, thank you very much for joining us
My
here.
pleasure, and it's very kind of you to invite us here, and rock and roll.
All right.